Hey brothers and sisters, I'd like to clear some eschatology up because some people think that we are actually in Revelation 20, Satan's short season, after the Great Tribulation and the 1,000-year millennial reign. However, we are in Revelation 12, the Revelation 12 sign, which happened here last September in 2017. It's Satan's short time, not the short season. Okay, don't get those confused. So I'd like to give you some clarity on Revelation 12. I saw a little zzz. There's been some spiritual opposition to what I've been doing, let's just say that, and it's not me, it's the Lord working through me. Christ came in a flesh body. He is the Lord our sovereign God in the flesh. He died, was resurrected, and was ascended back to be with the Lord. And Titus 2:13, our blessed hope is Christ and being with him in the rapture, or pazo, being with him whether or not we die. So, quote, "Then I witnessed in heaven an event of great significance. I saw a woman clothed with the sun, with the moon beneath her feet, and a crown of 12 stars on her head. She was pregnant, and she cried, but because her..." See, there's another one. "She was pregnant, and she cried out because of her labor pains and the agony of giving birth." This was the Revelation 12 sign in the skies with Virgo, the sun, and the moon in September 23rd, 2017 and September 19th, 2023. Quote, "Then I witnessed in heaven another significant event. I saw a large red dragon with 7 heads and 10 horns with 7 crowns on his heads. His tail swept away 1/3 of the stars in the sky, and he threw them to the earth." End quote. So the horns and heads, the heads were the many nations, and the horns were the leaders of the nations up until the 1/3 of the stars being swept down. So November 12th, 1833, 1802 years after Christ's death in 31 AD, 1/3 of the stars fell down over America. The official explanation of space is wrong. NASA is full of snakes. The biblical cosmology is correct. So they fell from the firmament down. World War I and II with the Holocaust happened after 1833 in 1939 and 1945. And that day was Heshvan 30, the day before the month of Kislev, December, winter. Christ says to pray your flight won't be in winter or on the Sabbath, for the world will go through great tribulation like never seen before, not even like the world wars. Quote, "He stood in front of the woman as she was about to give birth, ready to devour her baby as soon as it was born. She gave birth to a son who was to rule all nations with an iron rod." End quote. Christ's prophecy and King Herod killing all the male children using infanticide to stay in power. The Antichrist will go against Israel and try to kill them. Quote, "And her child was snatched away from the dragon and was caught up to God and his throne, and the woman fled into the wilderness where God prepared a place for her to care for her for 1,260 days." Christ being taken from Bethlehem to the house from the house of bread to Nazareth. The child is the church, and the woman is the Jew and not the Gentile. Quote, "Then there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon and his angels, and the dragon lost the battle, and he and his angels were forced out of heaven. This great dragon, the ancient serpent called the devil, or Satan, the one deceiving the whole world, was thrown down to earth with all his angels." End quote. Christ first took dominion over Satan on the cross, and then later the devil was cast down at the time of the rapture, barred from heaven, starting Daniel's 70th week. Quote, "Then I heard a loud voice shouting across the heavens, 'It has come at last, salvation and power and the kingdom of our God and the authority of his Christ. For the accuser of our brothers and sisters has been thrown down to earth, and the one who accuses them before our God day and night. And they have defeated him by the blood of the Lamb and by their testimony, and they did not love their lives as so much that they were afraid to die. Therefore rejoice, O heavens, and you who live in heavens, rejoice. But terror will come on the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you in great anger, knowing that he has little time." End quote. So the bride goes up and the dragon is cast down. Those still on earth in the great tribulation will maintain testimony even upon death. Quote, when the dragon realized that he had been thrown down to the earth, he pursued the woman who had given birth to the male child. But she was given 2 wings like those of a great eagle, so she could fly to the place prepared for her in the wilderness. There, she would be cared for and protected from the dragon for a time, times, and half a time. The Jews who realized they were wrong and are protected, the 144,000. Daniel's 70th week, the 1260 days. And I remember a parable in the Bible talking about how there was a big cedar, I believe, planted next to a river, and it grew great and strong, and it stretched its roots to the river, and then it stretched its roots somewhere else, or branches, and the top was plucked off and taken somewhere by an eagle. It alludes to that. So, quote, then the dragon tried to drown the woman with a flood of water that flowed from his mouth, but the earth helped her by opening its mouth and swallowing the river that gushed out from the mouth of the dragon. And the dragon was angry at the woman and declared war against the rest of her children, all who keep God's commandments and maintain their testimony for Jesus. End quote. I believe the woman, the Jews, will be positioned somewhere beneath a dam, which will break and collapse, trying to flood them out, but the Lord will protect them, or they will detonate a nuclear missile under the sea near the shore to cause a tidal wave upon wherever they're at. Quote, then the dragon took his stand on the shore beside the sea. End quote. The dragon will position himself in Italy, the Ionian and Mediterranean Sea, connected to the Vatican and the Holy See, like the eye seeing, which has access via ship to the western coast of Israel. All right, amen, God bless, and take care.